Who's ready to make some mistakes with me? I'm streaming Hiveswap for some fucking reason. Explicitly because I can't be asked to actually figure out how to actually beat these guys correctly. So I'm just gonna cheat off of chat and let them tell me how to do it. I wrote down a list, so thank you to the people who gave me a list of all the people that I fucked up. I got about like 2 hours of sleep last night. So I'm basically dead right now. I missed 1025. What? So thank you to, God, I cannot read my own handwriting. I'm gonna go with, Yeta Yuji fan and Kekrot. Something like that. It was on one of the videos, there was an explanation on a full list of all the people that I screwed up. If I miss anyone, let me know. But this video is going to be about 2 hours of me attempting to do all the different paths that I screwed up. So we're going to be skipping a lot of the dialogue just to get to the ones that I haven't seen yet, so you guys can see me react to that shit. 1025 is Cascade Day. It's another special Homestuck Day. How many special Homestuck Days are there? 420, 1025. So Taizo, Tagora, Volkir, Boronia, Gore Gore, Amnesia, and Chahat are the ones that I screwed up, apparently. There may be more. Those are the ones that I know of. So if there's anyone that I screwed up and didn't get the good ending on, or you would prefer I do the bad ending on one of them, let me know, and that's how I'm going to do it. Without further ado, I got about 2 hours to go into this, so... And usually it's about 30 minutes to an hour for one of these, so this may take a couple of streams like this. But let's do the ones that were definitely on the top of that list, and that's usually Taizo and Tagora. I don't remember who the fuck those guys are, to be honest with you. I remember who Boronia is. There's three. There's 413, 612, and 1025. It would be nice if you did Polypa's bad route. Okay, let me write that down. So we got a request from chat. I killed Damon. Yeah, that's true. Diamond. How about I do Tangora first, or Taizo first, and then I'll do the ones that people are asking for in chat. So go ahead and just let me know. I'm making notes. What was the other one? Polypa? And like I said, I got barely any sleep last night because I feel bad that I don't have an actual video for you guys. I take a lot of pride in my work, despite how garbage some of my videos are. And I apologize for not having a video out today. I know Homestuck people don't care, so I'll apologize for a different thing. I didn't, I meant to have today's Hiveswap video come out yesterday, but YouTube decided just to not upload it. So that's cute. So those are two things I fucked up, which is why I'm doing this today rather than being like, dude, guys, I gotta hold off. Anyway, so let's figure out who Taizo is. Give me half a second. I think it's this blue dude. Thank you for 20 months of support there, Wolf Hyper. YouTube is a thing. That's Tagora. And Valkyr, these are both ones that I screwed up, apparently. Wrong blue dude. Alright. If it's one fandom that can handle delays, yeah. But still. Alright, so wrong blue dude. So it's not her. It's not... That's... this one? No. I did fuck up Kanye. Or Yi now. I wonder if she changed her name too to Yi. I have not watched any Homestuck things. It's almost completely incomprehensible. So don't even worry about it. It's gotta be one fairly early on. Is it her? Yi. Homestar Runner had more delays than Homestuck. Did it? Did it really? Because I was a Homestar Runner kind of kid growing up. And if that's the kind of bullshit that Homestuck had to put up with, then you guys can go fuck yourself. This is a good way to start a community. Homestuck Runner. I tried showing some of that to Tilda the other day. And, boy howdy, that does not age well. At all. At all. I like how I started a video. This stream is essentially just like a thank you to you guys who are, because YouTube has been shit this year, but every single Hiveswap video does really well. It gets a lot of comments. People are like, Rev, I'm really glad that you're streaming this or you're playing this. I love you. And it's like nice comments, not like death threats that I'm kind of used to at this point. So it's like, oh my God, that's great. I will do what you guys want because you're not trying to kill me. The overworked college student. So this would hook into, yeah, okay, here's Taizo. And Taizo is a chick or dude. I got this wrong. I like Chixie. Chixie's cool. Chixie and me could, like, hang, for sure. So yeah, if you want to be, like, every other, person who sends me comments, then just start sending me, like, death threats and just aggressive messages. Yeah, just, like, anything hateful. And then you'll be on par with other people, and then I'll hate you guys, and then I'll stop doing videos. So, anyway, we're going to skip through this to where we actually screwed up. Because there's no point in this. Alright, so I think standing there paralyzed by choice is the correct answer, because I picked up the papers last time, I think. Go commit die. There you go. Now you're on par. Eat egg. Alright. Also, someone needs to tell me which one that I actually need to, which one's the one... Okay. So one of these songs, apparently, the art for it, the name of it is just the, like, a ASCII image of Bowsette. Fucking why? And which one? Because I need to see it. For non-masturbatory reasons. Pick up the paper? Pick up the paper is the correct answer? Okay. You start making neat piles of all of her stuff. After watching you for a second, she's making sure they're not screwing it up. She dramatically heaves herself to her feet and joins the effort. Check the credit. Okay, hold on. This was doing this the other day when I was streaming it, or playing it off stream. Hold on. I gotta go check the credits. No, wait, hold. No, I can just check the credits here. Alright, music. Survivor's theme. It's just a art of Bowsette. It is. Huh. I'm gonna start doing that on Bees McBee's albums. I don't have time for this shit. Just make sure to keep the B34s together in my red folder. I feel this today. I look like I got punched in both of my eyes. I went and played some Kill Team today. I'm going to give you guys the same experience as if this was like me just doing this without you guys here. Where I'm just going to talk about random shit that's not this, and then we'll actually play it some. Anyway, I played some Kill Teams today. The dude fucking cheated, and I'm pissed as fuck about it, because I had that game. I had that game in the bag. It was a tie. It was a tie. He killed one dude, I killed one dude, right? But the guy he killed, he wounded because he fucking cheated. Sorry, I'm upset. It's a casual game. Skip this, you've seen it. Okay, thank you. I go and play Kill Team in order to have, like, a good time and enjoy shit. I called him out. I was like, hey, man, you said you couldn't see him earlier. I looked, you couldn't see him earlier. We agreed you couldn't see him earlier, and yet now you're claiming you could see him, and I'm looking, and I'm not seeing that shit. Suggest that a small breather might help. There we go. You know you're at a breaking point when you see one. You know a breaking point when you see one. Third time's the charm. You weren't expecting it so early in a potential friendship encounter, but still, it's clear that this troll needs some time to chill. This is a miss, yeah? She swings the pendulum of her chin over a glare, deadening knives at your gut. I meant to go do a tarot reading today. There's some random chick doing tarot readings, like when I was walking to the place where I play Kill Team. I was gonna do that. Yes, okay, it's a mess, but it seems like maybe, just perhaps, it would be best to sort of pin it all together. To suck air in and out of our insufflation stacks or whatever and just get together for a minute. No group projects were ever aced when a clear leader was not at her peak mental performance. She wrinkles up her nose and closes her eyes. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Not all of it, of course, but this night specifically, and everything and anyone I know or have ever thought extensively about in my life. So that just leaves you. Cool. What do you have in mind, friend? Because I'm all out of ideas. I got a couple tarot... No, I've got one. And it's Cthulhu themed. And one of the cards is wet, so you can tell which one it is before you draw it, so it kind of fucks up the whole thing. It is based on the, Nocturnos Necronomicon. That word still does a number on you, no matter how many times you hear it flippantly. There was some water damage, just like something leaked in the apartment, I think. You have an idea already, you hurry over to gather her shit into extremely unorganized piles, which she drops off into her hive to deal with later. You half expect her to just not come back out, but she does. She's kept only one heavily annotated tome and her mug, which she nods at when she speaks. You know? I know, but these are just in case. Anyway, do your worst. With a salute and a few gentle tugs at Taizo's sleeve. I'm gonna pronounce it like that, fuck you. Sleeve to keep her moving, you get going. You and your Alternian pals have taken turns leading each... This is also a good time to just tell me some random stuff. About Homestuck that I should know. The animation and art is a little bit, like, all over the place on this. And apparently it's because the art is done by different people. Which is a good excuse, except for it's not. Because that's how all games are nowadays. So, what the fuck? And I'm not going to take the, oh, well, they're fans, then they should be getting paid. Fuck spec work. If this game is working off spec work, I'm done with it. You and your Alternian pals have taken turns leading each other into some pretty wild places. In your time here, the place you take Taizo to, though, is somewhere you haven't shared with anyone. It's where you come to on your days where you can't find a friend or don't want to impose any of the ones that you've made. It's on the outskirts of town where the buildings are spread thinner and the landscape cuts upwards into jagged cliff face. Bolted into the side of the rock is a tower, or what's left of one. Basically a heap of scaffolding and rust out of ladders holding up half-covered platform. But it's been a good place to staunch bleeding and stargaze. Do I give an outdoorsy vibe to you? My half-untucked, buttoned-up, paltry muscle mass scream, would you love to scurry up some dilapidated relic? You'd worry about her hating your plan, but you kind of feel like she'd complain no matter where you took her, so at this point, the die is cast, so you say he-ho, you say, close enough. It's stronger than you look. Fuck, dude, I need sleep. You offer to hold her stuff for her during the ascent. She gives you the book, but clutches onto the mug against her chest. I feel that. You know better than to pry, but you're dying a little wondering what she's so weird about it. Unless if she's got liquor in that viscera in there. Or maybe her losses gave the mug to her so it's special. Could be both. You shrug and start climbing. Like you thought she would, she follows you. And like before, she complains about it the whole time. Like the structure itself and both the weather, it's fine. At the top, she looks around. Is this your hive? It's more like a hideout. You still feel... Okay, cool. Because this was referenced in one of them. I remember this background, but I don't remember where the fuck it is. And that's... Actually, that makes sense. It's more of a hideout. You still feel a little shy about it. It's not as fancy as your friend's hives. We don't have any weird animal parent to make you snacks or anything. There are only little keepsakes that you picked up along the way and set on creaky old tables next to some complicated old tech that you couldn't get the power on. This must be an old watchtower. When it was part of her imperial bitchiness's preferred method of surveillance. Or the mug is her Lussus. Is that a thing? Can you even Lussus a cup? I'm doing the good and or bad endings for characters that I screwed up based on what you guys want. Not really? Is a cup an animal? Are cups animals? Because that could be a fucking thing. Lussus has to be a beast. You say that. You say that in this fucking universe. A coconut is a mammal. That is true. It has to be a beast. But I'm just saying, what in the fuck is this universe? Everything doesn't make sense, and you expect that the fucking cup is not an animal. I'd believe that at this point. I'd believe that. It's white. All Lusses have to be completely white and or gray. It is white and or gray. It's a fucking Lussus. Canon. She runs a hand over the dusty screen. Oh, Taizo, you learned about her. No. Her bigger, better off-world counterpart, the Condians. You look at the rusted barrel of some terrifying weapon mounted in the corner, then out over the landscape and the sprawling town. In the distance, the smoke rises from a freshly demolished hive, glinting in the moonlight, drones circle it like buzzards. It's been like this here for a while then. You sit down and let your legs dangle off the side of the platform. Taizo joins you a safe distance away from the edge. That's one hell of an understatement. But yeah, we got a time-honored status quo in operation here. Streamlined, efficient, brutal. Taizo looks miserable. This is not what you were going for. You summon up the old Roy G. Biv in your head for the 10,000th time. She could be safe, right? Teals are middle class? And anyway, she's a lawyer. She's got the powers that be on her side. Oh, that reminds me that one gremlin I killed. But I kind of didn't like her. So it's cool. Saying so doesn't seem to cheer her up at all. I mean, you're not wrong. But being in a position to benefit from the system doesn't make the system more morally palatable. And if I'm being real about it, it's more me being forced to uphold it than anything else. Condescence is pronounced like condescending. Condescends. Why do I use Windows 8, Rev? Well, Windows 10 sucks ass. Windows XP is filled with viruses. I'm bad with computers. Windows 8 it is. She nods towards the book in your hands. It seems like all of the Teal Bloods, well, most of the Teal Bloods, are really just kind of fucking with the system. I also paid for Windows 8. So, alright, how does this all work anyway? Can she just not be a lawyer? And aren't there good ones? Yeah, I can quit. If I want to get cold, there's always that choice. So, okay. For clarification, I was asking about on the Red Blood one that I did recently. I was asking, why the fuck are you cleaning shit? And I think I figured it out based on the comments. And from what I could tell, the reason is that basically, like, you don't have to do it, but it's good practice for when you actually get off-world. Because if you don't actually, like, get off-world and know what you're doing, like, if you can't do your job right, you're gonna get cold. So it's like, it's not really about actually, like, enjoying it. It's not even a job where you get paid to. It's more of just, like, defending yourself against not getting killed. Is he drunk or dumb? Dumb and tired and over-caffeinated. So there's that. That's about right? Okay. There's always a choice, she says. It's not like I expect suffering to ever stop completely. Just seems like an awful lot of work to do to make sure it just keeps happening. That's the entire job of a legislator. Unless if you're purple enough to get away with it, you're just guilty no matter what. And in a matter of going through all the fanfare of trial and it's just the same result, it's sick, but it's so normal by that now, but nobody knows how to begin to question it. It's kind of how things work here, too. Things get fucked up so much that we just sort of stop questioning things. She looks more exhausted now than she did during the paper explosion. Like when you've used up all your sadness and all you've got is a deep, broken fatigue. This isn't exactly the rejuvenating getaway you envisioned. There's just so much injustice. This is when we, like, blast some fucking Protoman. I'm so goddamn sick of these Fruit Burrow ads. I got paid for that Fruit Burrow ad that I ran the other day. It's the dumbest thing that I've ever been paid for. Just saying Fruit Burrow for like 5 minutes and got money. You continue to try and be positive. Are there not political parties, some secret underground movements, or anything? Sure, most lowbloods you've met have a healthy, fatalistic nonchalance about their situations, but there's got to be something else out there. There were a few people who tried to stir a ship up in the back in the day, so this is why everyone wanted me to do this one, so that way I could actually, like, learn this, because I keep going, why don't people just fucking rise up? And apparently the answer is killing robots. It's kind of hushed up and hard to find any information on the history of them, though. Definitely not the kind of thing that they teach you in legislator training. One of them was a mutant blood and the other had wings, so I guess they didn't have much of a chance anyway. You can't imagine this story having a happy ending. So this is, post Homestuck, I guess. You can't imagine the story having a happy ending, but you still want to know more. There's a subtle shift in her tone of voice now that she's doing more than only complaining. It draws you in. Pre-Homestuck. Okay. 2 dudes did rise up and they died. That's what people keep telling me, is that the last time they tried, they got killed. This is the plot of Protoman. This is like, that's what happens in Protoman. Act 1. Or it was Act 2. And then Act 1, you got the part where they actually are going for it. Hydration Bot, thank you for doing Aqua's job. One of them seems to have gathered enough of a following to become a kind of religious figure, from what I gather about him. The other one has led a military revolt. They were killed, along with their attempts at change. I don't even know what happened to their compatriots. She stops to squint at you. I don't know how you got me talking like this. But in the fuck it spirit of tonight, I'm just gonna keep going. If it wasn't clear, I'm telling you things that can get me extremely cold. So, like, please be chill. You're so chill. You're the chillest. You're probably cullable yourself. Well, yeah, good luck with your studying, Noog Artist. Good point. She squints at you a little longer, and then she stares out at the night. Her jaw muscles clench a few times before she speaks. I have some ideas. She's still not looking at you, but she sits up a little straighter. You feel your own spine following suit as almost on its own. All of this training to be a legislator, like, to practice throwing our weight around. Some of us have more than others, which I guess you have to have first-hand experience with. But we don't have much real power yet. But we will, though, if we pass our exams, which I will. I've been saying most days studying every documented piece of the law, and some underground stuff, too. When I find it, there are exploitable loopholes that they don't know about. If I can establish myself as a major player, I might have a chance to change things. You know, okay. Hello from Taiwan. It's 4 a.m. here. Why am I still awake? I don't know, dude. Go to bed. Thank you for the 100 bits, though. It's very kind of you. If I can establish myself as a major... Okay, so this is the ending of SLC Punk. A guy died in that. And it didn't work. Sometimes things you can only take apart from the inside out. By now, she's built up into a feverish energy. Even with your sluggish way that she talks, you shift in your seat. She kind of snaps out of it. Oh, sorry. There we go. I felt one coming on for a bit. But now I'm good. I guess I got it worked up a little. I don't exactly get to talk about this very often. Yeah, it was like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. 7's pretty generous. It was kind of overwhelming to think about how fucked every little thing is all of the time. But now that I see it clearly, I can't not do something. It's like Alternia is a giant fire and I'm pissing on the tiny corner of it while the rest of it, everything burns up around me. Thank you for the 100 bits. You don't need to read this, but just keep enjoying playing the games. Well, I did read it. I read it, and I thanked you for the 100 bits. How does that make you feel? That sounded like less aggressive in my head. That sounded nice in my head and not like an asshole. Your brain is buzzing with all how real that all felt. You can't really add anything to it, so you just nod. Are things less abysmal from where you come from? Well, in ways, yeah. At home, the accused get to call a defendant, at least. As in, they get a defense. Her eyes brighten. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Does your justice system work? I mean... affluenza comes to mind almost immediately. So I'm gonna go with no? You exhale slowly, trying to buy yourself some time to encapsulate all of your planet's various cultures, societal structures, and similarly overwhelming list of injustices into an intelligent blurb. You settle on, not always, not for everyone. Her laugh is shallow and hollow. So much for enlightened life forms existing somewhere else in the universe. I mean... it's better. I think the number of people who get killed rampantly and for no fucking reason on Earth is much lower. So I think it's better. Sort of like, do you want to lose your foot or do you want me to shoot you in the head? It doesn't seem like a really good comparison, but I'll get a pirate leg. You guess until more kind and just alien life form comes over to take over, you'll have to make do with each other. Yeah, you're not so bad. I'm thinking an impressive regime with you anytime. She gives your arm an awkward tap with her fist, then she looks back over the edge. Anyway, I'm no religious figure or military strategist. There's gotta be someone out there who is. Gotta use what skills I got instead, I guess, until I find them. What the fuck else would I do with my time? Keep pissing on the fire is the best anybody can do, you reckon? That and the others get hydrated enough to do the same. She laughs. Keep on pissing, huh? I'll drink to that. Good. You'll need it for pissing. She takes a big swig of her mud. After that beat, she silently and without looking at you extends her arm your way. You stare at the mug's depths, low on nerve. But it doesn't look like viscera, but you've been burned before. It won't kill you. You're not sure what it will do, but Taizo is truthful if nothing else, so bottoms up. What the fuck? It's water. Taizo grit. What? Why are you drinking coffee out of or water out of a coffee mug? What? I only do that when all the dishes are dirty. Taizo grins and taps her temple with a claw. Gotta give the people something. Otherwise, they might think think the way I am. Think I'm the way I am on my own. Then where would we be? You don't know. Letting people in can be helpful, you know, sometimes. Shh. I'm fine. You're not convinced. Alright, I admit it. It's not a bad idea to relax every once in a while. Get your priorities straight. This is a decent time. You're glad that she's glad, but you mostly just talked the whole time about the same stuff that she does when she's overwhelmed with to begin with in the first place. Does that even count? You learned a lot, but she looks pretty wiped. As soon as you think about it, she yawns. She's so driven, you shiver a little bit when you imagine what she could do if she took some time to rest for real. You pat the pile of blankets next to you. It's no bed, or tub of super slime for that matter, but it's gotten you through enough. She looks warily at it and yawns again. I guess my Lustus and my mate spirit will just think I'm at the book hive anyway. Yeah, you can... It's not like you're gonna cheat on your cup. One little nap won't hurt. I'll get up early tomorrow and reorganize our stupid busy work project. She tentatively lowers herself down onto the blankets and let her eyes close for a brief second before they snap open again, glaring at you with full force. Don't doubt me either. I've got it under control. Oh, you have zero doubts about her abilities, you say, as she curls up her back up against herself and a small rattle of contentness shakes her throat. On the smoke, the blaze has dimmed into a thin plume of smoke. You hope whoever's hive it is was okay, or is... Wait, what? Was is okay? Did that say was is okay? Can I go back? Whoever's hive it was is okay. That's correct. You're not sleepy, but you'll watch to make sure she gets up by sunrise. You tilt your head back and look up at the unfamiliar constellations. Your head feels full. It's intense. You know exactly. It's not exactly what you'd call happy, but you know you're feeling it with her, and it's far from nothing. Cool. I did it. All right. Well, cool. That's one down. At least did that person right now. So that was Taizo. So let's vote for another one. I'm going to base it off of what people are saying in chat. So the ones that I know that I need to do the different ending on are Tagora, Volkir, Boronia, Gore Gore, Amnesia, Chahat, Diamond, and Polypa. Batman. Big Clown, Chahat, Take Us to Clown Church. A lot of people are saying the Clown Church. Big Clown Girlfriend. Okay. Alright, Big Clown Girlfriend it is. Seems like a... Big Clown Girlfriend. Where is she? There she is. So... yeah, the art style between these two is really drastically different, and it bugs me. Like, okay. If you know the resolution of your game, and you know that you should do it in, like, 300 DPI, like, that's a mistake that is, like, a very beginner-level mistake, and it will really improve your quality of your art if you do it at 300 DPI. You know? The inconsistency here is really fucking pissing me off. That's not 300 DPI. I know it's not. That's why I'm mad. Alright, take me to Clown Church. And yes, that was a Hoser reference to the people who asked. Church sucks. Take me to Clown Church, I think is the correct answer. Alright, so I know I got to church okay. It's just from here that things went wrong, I think. They did half-ass Crumpum and Procule. Alright, so from here, I believe I tried to preach and it went wrong. Because I was like, I'm just going to say some random bullshit and hopefully it works out. And that was my logic, so I need to wimp out this time. This is why I hate games like this, because I can never tell what's going to go right and what's going to go wrong. If you press the bottom right corner with the two triangles, everything will go faster. Skip. Unseen text. Oh, this one? That's... yeah, that's left, my dude. Don't fuck with me. I'm tired. You don't know what I'll do. Like, open windows we don't need to and talk about it for longer than is really necessary. You stand there in the... Okay, so for context, I went to Clown Church. They're talking about Faygo and other things that clowns care about for some reason. And then we decided to go with this. Like, we decided... Oh, we were told that we need to preach, and then it went bad. So anyway, you stand there in the cacophony of honks and whoops, trying to dredge up a little spirit inside you, but you just can't. All that noise sounds so much like jeering, and you think you've almost gotten used to the negative reinforcement, but apparently it's enough to trip you up. You open your mouth, but all that comes out is a croak. Like you're a frog of failure. Chahat's big hands lay on your shoulders, then she looks wistful through the clown paint. It's okay, hon. Sit down before you strain something. Encased in the fugue of shame you do. God, couldn't you have kept it together for once in your pathetic life? The clown next to you gives you a consoling pat on the knee and offers you a half-empty bottle of Faygo. You are so despondent that you barely cast the thought of to juggalo germs or the fact that it's Faygo is disgusting. I've never had Faygo. Show of hands if you've had Faygo. Another show of hands if you're... No. What is Faygo like? I have a feeling it would taste something like, what's the name of the Sunkissed? I would imagine it tastes like Sunkissed. Or like, Monster. Like... Not bad, but I wouldn't go out of my way to care about it. And purple is the one that everyone likes. And grape-flavored soda is just... It's Dollar Tree soda. It's not bad. It's just not the best. It hits your taste bud like a bitch slap. Around you, the congregation gets rowdier. The troll beside you shrugs his shoulders like, what can you do? He has a hat and a charming smile, at least. You think he does. You're starting to feel a little weird. Faygo isn't alcoholic, is it? I would go easy on that stuff if I were you, the troll says. His hand hasn't left your leg. And in fact, it's moved to your knee, from your knee to your thigh. First time's always rough. Oh! I guess I'm gonna get fucked. Taking advantage of me while I'm kind of tipsy on Faygo. In church. What a wonderful game. Whatever, you're fine. You know all about controlled substances, you're just not really good at drugs, okay? You're a serious drugger. Druggist? For real, though, what's in this stuff? You got high with Servia and tipsy with Chixie. Oh, that rhymes. You should put that into her next rap, but this is different. Did I get tipsy with Chixie? I don't remember that one, but I feel like I got the right ending, so... This is your brain blowing wide open and the atmosphere pouring in, or is it the cosmos kissing your frontal lobe with a little too much tongue? Hey, this is my supplicant. Maybe find your own. Shahad is standing next to you again. She removes the clown guy's hand from your thigh and extracts the bottle from your grip. Hey, you weren't done with that. On the other side of the church, someone throws a handful of colored powder into the fire. More smoke billows up and you feel another wave of dizziness. Maybe it's the interaction of the Faygo and the smoke. Is that how science works? I don't want to talk to a scientist. Such bad form, says the troll who's given you the Faygo. Bringing an alien to your last massacre. One would think that you have no respect for the messiahs at all. I think brothers and sisters that I might agree with that. A voice rings out across the church. At first, you think it's in your head, the product of whatever weird soup all the competing substances have created, but everyone else hears it too. Chahat goes rigid beside you. Her vicious mouth stretches into a big O of shock. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of something about me being used in a sacrifice or a massacre or something like that. That's not a good. The congregation falls to its knees in a clattering wave. Seriously, you've never heard a crowd of people go quiet so loudly. Chairs are kicked out of the way or knocked over. Kneeling down, Chahat's head comes up to your chest. She and the clown in the hat each push down on one of your shoulders. Motherfucker, get down. You hit the deck, half expecting blood splatters to seep into your dress. Still wearing my dress, I guess. But just crusty flakes of dry and but it just crusts flaky and dry beneath your knees. You, sister, that your alien? Where the hell is that voice coming from? It's deep and gravelly and probably male. Hold up. What you initially thought was one of Ramille's knockoff paintings hanging behind the altar turns out to be a screen, which has turned into a gray silhouette with horns. Is everyone here bowing to some dude who literally Skyped into Clown Church and doesn't even have a user pick? I thought that was like a, churchy word. And it wasn't. That was like a 3. I'm going to give that one a 3. It had the intensity, the velocity, but it didn't have the duration. You know? You're excellently. I wouldn't describe them as my alien exactly. A little too pathetic to put too much bother to. There's a murmur of disagreement from the surrounding trolls. Dang, tough crowd. Snort of breath crackles into static. Who are you to say who or what is pathetic? Chahat winces. You're all feckless wrigglers without a bean in your think pans. How drunk am I? I'm just really tired. I got like 2 hours of sleep because of the combination of feeling bad about that I didn't have a video edited and then excitement that the Orc Codex is getting released. Like it got released today and it's good. I'm like a Warhammer 40k fan. The combination of like depression, excitement, caffeine, dyslexia, and then just tiredness. It's not a great. I pre-ordered the Orc Codex today. I better fucking get it. Our heads are gonna roll. All the low bloods are in here, absolutely terrified, which is absolutely nothing new, but for once they aren't the only ones. Everyone here is afraid, the purple guys included. So purple is actually pretty good, now that I think of it. Slap yourself to stay awake. Fucker! Shit! Of all the blood, I already read that. I'm not awake. You come closer, little heretic. Let me get you a gander. No, I'm not awake now. Now that I'm just fucking mad at myself and I'm gonna beat my ass for it. But I can't because I just did that and that's why I'm mad at myself. That's dumb. It doesn't work. If you want to stay awake, hold your breath for as long as you can. When you finally give in, you should be a little bit more awake. What? That's... Splash some water in your face. The water here is tainted. Austin, Texas is going through a flooding season because we don't believe in global warming here. And so that means that if it starts to flood a little bit too much, then everything gets fucked and all the pipes have just bacteria and parasites in them. And so you have to boil the water to drink it. We've been like this for a week. I can't splash water in my face, but I can drink water. I don't think holding my breath will help. I think that'll just make me lightheaded and stupid. Me? Who? What the fuck do you mean, sister? The motherfucker I'm jabbing my point stump at. You and Chathead. Sure, a quick nervous glance. Her throat bobs visibly. Sir, I think you got your webcam turned off. Oh dang, hold up. You hear a lot of rustling and swearing. All of you hang in an awkward limbo of an old person struggling with technology. A screen flickers and you can just make out a pair of hulking shoulders. Sir, you got a light behind you. Never mind the light, motherfucker. You, the hornless one in the rumpus robe. Come closer, child. Oh, you. Of course it's you. Being the main character is exhausting. You move closer to the altar, although you aren't exactly sure where the camera is. The guy is someone you would be able to tell that even if everyone in here wasn't bowing to him. This guy is someone you'd be okay, yeah. It is him. It's John Homestuck. The Homestucks, the jumbo-side clown. He's very old. You guys actually know who this guy is. This is an actual, like, plot person. Okay. You could literally say fucking anything and I'd believe you. So, like, purple would be above blue, right? So it's above teal, because it's like... No, wait. No, I keep getting this backwards, because I don't know my color wheel because I'm a professional artist. I'm going to be selling another painting soon. So there's that. If you're interested, I'll be, maybe I should start posting about it on the videos. That'd be smart. Purple is above all land dwellers. Okay, cool. This guy's, okay, his voice has a certain quality to it. It's close enough. I'm not trying to look up at your sniff nub, child. You got any notion as to who I fucking am? None, except for that he's incredibly important. There's always a really good time when important people get interested in your insignificant ass. That's a smart idea, Natalie. I should write that down before I forget it, which I feel like I might if I don't write it down right now. But I'll do that. I decide whose ass is insignificant in this house. You comprehend? Sure, sir. Excellency? How long have you been rambling against my brethren? At least a couple of weeks, no more than a month. How many are you here with? You. Just you? An alien invasion force of one, all just wandering the countryside. You're still pulling an oxygen? Would have thought someone would have picked their detention. It's teeth. It's the weird way of saying teeth. Thank you, Natalie. My life will eventually be put together in something that's coherent, but, you know. I keep saying that every year. This will be the year I get 100,000 subs on my channel. This will be the year that I'll have, like, a decent sleep schedule. This will be the year that I do art professionally. It's been a fairly okay year as far as that goes. Not the sleep schedule thing. Not so much. Would have thought that someone picked their teeth with you by now. Same. You got any muscle definition, Wriggler? You show him the gun show. As in, you show him how weak the empty the weapons lockers are. Thank you for the bits. I don't know how many that is, hallucinating honeybees. Oh, fuck. That makes me wonder whether or not I'm actually even awake. Too weak for the front lines, too ugly to fill a pail with, he laughs. Low and lecherous. Although your strut sticks ain't bad. Oh, did the giant clown just say you have some nice legs over a troll FaceTime? You look at Tri-Hat for help, but she's too busy checking out your gams. Sober, this might be uncomfortable. Fago drunk is pretty zen about it. You're pretty sure it's only a matter of time before you fuck an alien. If it's gotta be a big giant clown, then well, so be it. I don't like that face. I don't like that face. With that sentence. Also, question. This is gonna be out there. I'm fucking tired and you're gonna have to deal with it. Why do trolls have titties? Like, what the fuck is the point of a titty? Like, they don't even fucking take care of their young. Thank you for the 100 bits. No one knows. We actually don't know. Are they mammals? They seem like they're bugs. And if they're bugs, why do they have titties? They don't need boobs. That chat was going like kind of slowish, and now chat is going a mile a minute trying to explain the point of troll titties. Boobs are nice. We just don't know. They aren't mammals. No, the fuck they're not. But they have titties. Coconuts are mammals. Pandora's box. Oh, I fucking almost knocked over my water. That would have sucked ass. Coconuts don't have titties. They produce milk. And that's what mammals do. They have hair and they produce milk. Therefore, they're mammals. Fan service? Yeah. That, I think, is the answer. I think the reason that the trolls have titties is because Andrew Hussey wanted us to want to fuck them. They're called shame globes. I'd believe that. Do blue whales have titties? It's not fan service? Explain to me how it's not. Andrew Hussey wants to fuck clowns. Things are allowed to have breasts without... I'm just saying, like... I'm not talking about it as far as a sexual thing. I'm talking about, like, biomechanically, what's the point of titties? It's to, like, breastfeed, right? But why have tits if you don't actually give a shit about your young? Like, there's an entire class of people whose body, like, their job is to take care of the young, and they don't do that. So what the fuck is the point of them? Why not? Because there's no point to it. So the only reason that they could exist is boobs. Boobs are used for armor. What? What? Species can have traits that exist solely for sexual attraction. That's my point. Their entire point, their entire existence is titties. This is a very contentious discussion. Yes, it is. I like how I've used this opportunity to do this, to get in an argument with you. Someone was like, not all titties are sexual. When there's no fucking point to them, then they are. Yeah, then why don't guys have titties on Alternia? Anyway, shooting high, aren't you? Now you just feel silly. You assure this guy that you aren't really after that kind of stuff. There's only one thing you really, truly long for in this world. And what's that, child? Power? Wealth? The right to keep living? Thanks. You realize that everyone in this goddamn church is looking at you, waiting for your answer. Chahat looks like she just wants to grab your shoulders and shake you. Jeez, no pressure. Rev, play the game. I'm playing the game. You guys are still arguing about titties. Friendship. You tell him. He laughs long and hearty at that one. You weather it stoically. Am I dying? Yes. The serpent enemies from XCOM have titties despite being reptile aliens. Yes. Yes. Yes, they fucking do. You brought this up. You started this. You knew this would happen. You're the one who brought up the titties. The game brought up wanting to fuck them. And y'all were... No, you guys were like big titty goth girlfriend. But instead of goth, you said clown. You bigger and significantly more attractive motherfucker. Trahat comes to attention. What's your cast name, child? Minad. Excellently. If I understand rightly, you are about to undergo the ordeals. Trahat nods. She looks a little seasick. You're not exactly sure what the ordeals are, but everything about them sounds bad. I like how chat is like a combination of people who know things about Homestuck and people who don't. And everyone's getting really panicked because people are talking about weird troll sex things, which may or may not be canon. And let's honestly, I hate this chat. It says judgmental Jold. Me too. Maybe get your shit shot with this right here. They seem to have a strategy for surviving against all reasonable odds and decency. You could probably use a friend like him. He jabs another big finger at you. And Wriggler? Yeah? Don't let me see your face again. Judgmental Jolt? Whatever. Close enough. Is this Homestuck? This is Homestuck. For all that's holy, do not talk about trollcocks. Is it true they just jerk off into a bucket? Can we just... I need to get that out of the way. If we're already on this discussion, we're gonna bring this up. Do they just jerk off into a bucket? Is it like a bukkake fest with a bucket? Chat is just the word yes now. That is objectively canon. So, they don't jerk off into the buckets, they fuck the buckets. Oh. The call disconnects and the screen goes blank. What did I walk into? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm streaming. When you point to yourself towards the front of the church, everyone scrambles to get out of your way. It's like the big clown's attention has conveyed some honorary status upon you. Probably nobody will mess with you for, half an hour at least. Okay, Judgmental Jolt, I realize that you're saying a bunch of words that are useful, but I'm just reading every other word, and it's like, they come in buckets, come slurry. That's all I read from that. That's all that I read from that, paragraph you did. Because I'm too tired to read that shit. But come slurry was in that paragraph of words you sent to me. I think I know enough now. You aren't really going anywhere, you just need some fresh air before you pass out. Thank you for being understanding. Shahat emerges soon after. She looks nearly as winded as you feel. Really? He asks her if she's mad at you since you could potentially be dangerous to both your life and your burgeoning friendship. Mad? Why would I be mad? Because you inexplicably magnetic charm worked both my best girl and the figurehead of my church? You flush. The real question is, did it work on her? Rev, make cum slurry the hot new meme. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, guys. I need some, honor. When my parents ask me, because my parents ask me about stream, they ask me how my life's going. They ask me what I'm doing with myself. I had to explain Chuck Tingle to them because during Thanksgiving dinner, he tweeted back to me, "Happy Thanksgiving, Vinesauce." And I had to explain that to my mom. My mom goes to church every week. My mom is a Eucharistic visitor. She brings the Eucharist to elderly people who can't go to church. And I have to explain Chuck Tingle. You flush. The real question is, did it work on her? Chahat sighs. What the hell? Old motherfucker told me to listen to whatever it is you can teach. Right, he did. And basically that makes you two friends by theoretic decree. I guess so. So darling, teach me your ways. Well, first of all, you gotta fall down a lot. Huh. So bitching out was apparently the correct answer. I'm gonna just hope that there's not ban-inducing scenes. Drop my robot. Tilda likes to buy Kinder eggs. She gave me a robot she got from one. I like to kind of just mess with it because I have ADD. That's another reason I can't read. One of the wings popped off. And it's somewhere on the floor. So, I'd go looking for it, but I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Does the robot have boobs? You're all sinners. You can't just send me the word cum slurry repetitively and expect it to be a thing. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes to go to the bathroom. Then I'll come back. You guys vote on who we're doing next. The options are, so we did Chahat, so I need to get rid of that. Alright, so the options are, and it looks like this is going to take a couple of streams like this. The options are Tengoria, Volkir, Boronia, Gore Gore, Amnesia, which was the painter chick from the beginning of this one, Diamond, and Palpa. Please don't spam chat, especially not with cum slurry. You guys argue about it. I'm going to go to the bathroom and give you guys 2 minutes to figure it out. I might go get another Coke. I figure I might as well burn this shit on both ends. Heaven and hell is just fucking die. See you guys in 2 minutes. Hey, I'm back, but you guys aren't, so I'm gonna go look for that robot wing. Where the fuck did he go? Where the fuck did it go? Oh, hey! Just stud from my battle jacket on the floor for no fucking reason. That's cool. Anyway, I'm back. Stray Cat Girl root win. What's today's Chronog game? Airport CEO. It's $11. That looks really not fun. But it's $11, and if you buy it using chrono.gg/RevScarecrow, I get money. So, go buy it, I guess. Do the Gamzee route. You can't fucking pull that shit on me. A, because I saw that you said we're gonna do that shit. And B, because that's Jin's favorite, I think. I think that's Jin's favorite. The FriendSim logo is colored in the order of the things. Gotcha. Jin likes Gamzee. Gamzee is, which one's Gamzee? Hold on. Let me make sure I do this right. Because I don't want to, like, accuse her of, like, liking things that she doesn't. Gamzee's the mute, right? No, this is a different one. She doesn't hate him, I don't think. The stoner one. Who's the one that's, like, got her mouth sewn shut? She likes her. Him. Whoever. Gamzee doesn't exist. Okay. Anyway, who'd you guys decide? I keep up with my friends. They know things. I like my friends. Want them to have nice things. Boronia. We decided on Boronia. Okay, that's a good one because I feel like there was some stuff that was important and stuff, so it's important that we... Who is she supposed to be? Like, what is her archetype? Is it just, like, over, like... I saw a train conductor today. Her overalls reminded me of that. There's a guy walking around in the parking lot this morning. He was dressed up like a train conductor. Mom friend? Overprotective mom. Hipster mom. Mom friend. Oh. Fandoms like Tagoria because he's a twink and they can ship him with Mega Chad Bearhung Gelk. Oh, that was a... Rev, you get distracted easily. That's how they knew I had ADD. Because I'm not like a theater kid with my level of energy, but I'm just like incoherent some of the time. Anyway, thank you for the 23 months of support there, Jedistotle. Has anyone brought up the leprechaun quadrant? All right, I'm moving on. I'm not going to read that because I don't need to know this. There was, who's the crazy, like, yandere chick? I'm very tired. All right. So what's the right answer here? Linra is the yandere, yeah. No, I don't need to know about leprechauns. Leprechauns I don't need to know about. You remember when yandere sim was a thing that I could play on stream and people cared about it? So I did this one, right? The second option is the right one. This is the one that I fucked things up, right? Yeah, this is the one where I killed things. Yeah, it's wrong. You guys fucked up. You guys knew the answer and you fucked it up. I mean, it's not like I can't just stream it directly on YouTube. I mean, that's a thing, but on the other hand, absolutely no one gives a shit anymore, and the game hasn't been updated. You weren't reading chat. Everyone said option 2. I know what I read. I don't know if it was in chat or not. I don't know if people, like, actually said it. But I know what I read. No thanks, I'll just heal fine on my own. So this one I did. This one I got all the way to the, like... So there's, like, a stampede happening. And I think I decided to be a weenie this time. Rev, go home, you're tired. Well, on the plus side, I am home. Be a weenie. Alright, so this I did not do. So there's a stampede going on with the Lussus that are all trying to, like, vie for, like, one child that they can take care of and be overprotective of. Because that's how troll society works. And there's absolutely no reason for titties because Lussus exists. But I digress. That bison is twerking. That's a good point. You definitely do not like the idea of... Anyway, they started getting, like, real upset, and now we have to worry about them going absolutely apeshit. You definitely do not like the idea of wading into a monster fight, not even if it's to save your progenitor of the ass of your new friend's species. Oh, the kids. Children are ass. In fact, you don't like that Boronia is so focused on protecting all these helpless toddlers and distressed animals instead of taking care of you. You stammer out that you don't think it's a good idea to take care of any monster or any kind of monster right now. And in fact, you kind of just feel another stab of pain in your ribs. You might be blacking out. Boronia's concerned face turns in your direction as you start to swoon. She catches you before you hit the ground. Your heart flutters. You look up at her serious face and she looks like such a mom, but also a friend. Like some sort of combination between the two thoughts. A mom friend, like chat said. Yikes, you don't look so good. Can't leave you here alone, not when you're in such bad shape. Maybe I could carry you on my back while I try and stop the rampaging Lussus. Your heart flutters, turns to pinpricks in alarm. That sounds dangerous, mainly for you. You try to think of what to say to dissuade her, other than, I think you should ignore the helpless babies and mother in danger behind you in favor of continuing to hold me in your strong arms. Chad is getting into an argument. But before you can speak, you hear did I think... Who was that did 23 months of support? Jedistotle, thank you for 23 months of support. That was like 30 minutes ago. But before you can speak, you hear a commotion behind her. She turns around to look over her shoulder and her face sags with relief. Yes, the other Jades are here. They know what to do. We've taken care of crises like this before, of course. Usually I'm there to help. You crane your neck and you can just glimpse a crowd of trolls corralling a rogue Lussus away from the mother grub, while the other trolls calm the remaining Lussi and swoop up any wrigglers in harm's way. Looks like I needn't have worried. You're more than capable of stepping in while I was preoccupied. So proud. You take this opportunity to compliment her on what a good leader she must be to have trained the others so well. Super smooth. Like, the main character's not even trying to, like... ADX NSP, thank you for the 26 months of subs. How many months is too many months? Any. You shouldn't sub to me in the first place. Why have you subbed to me for 2 years? Tell her that she has nice horns. That just means that I want to fuck her, right? That's weird. It's weird. We just met. She's like a mom. And also, no, chat. Just says that I have nice tits. Thank you. I pride myself on how good my titties are. She beams at you and sets you down carefully on the cavern floor, kneeling at your side. This could have gone quite badly. I'm glad I didn't make the wrong choice when I stayed to help you instead of rushing off. It just goes to say that sometimes the best thing you can do for a group is to take care of the weakest person in it. You kind of want to object to be calling the weakest person, but you did just fake a fainting spell for attention, so maybe now isn't the best time. Instead, you thank her sincerely for sticking by your side. The two of you watch together as order is gradually restored to the chaos below, and even with your injuries, you feel close to content and quite hopeful about how this relationship is progressing. You notice that your side, several wrigglers are blindly squirming around, confused and crying, and there are some young trolls here too, looking around all lost and briefed. You're not sure if the Lussi ran off with the others that got involved in the fracas, or these little guys are just orphans now. Fucking breaking this robot so hard. Now that you're seeing them out on the natural cavern light, the wrigglers look less like maggots to you. In fact, they're kind of cute. You can see why Boronia would want to take care of them. One of the smallest wrigglers closest to you has somehow flipped himself over onto his back and it seems unable to right himself with his little legs waving in the air as he cries. Trying to be careful with your ribs, you reach out and scoop him up and cradle him to your chest, rocking him back and forth until his cries quiet down. Wow, you have a very strong nurturing instinct. I think he likes you. You almost look like you could be his Lussus or a Jade Blood. You pleased that she approves of your caretaking display. The wriggler's cough breaks your haze of smug satisfaction. When you look down, you realize that he's having some trouble breathing. You point this out to Boronia. Good observation. You really are a natural at taking care of other creatures, aren't you? Is Rev a mom now? Yeah? Some people find the nurturing ability to be very attractive in a potential friend. Oh. Rev friend. We've gone from mom friend to rev friend. No chat says cum slurry. Alright, well. Great. But as far as the regular, this is definitely not a good sign. I'm surprised that these drones have taken notice that he's sick. If we leave him here, he'll be cold for sure. Boronia takes the Wiggler from you, and you're more than happy to hand him over considering that you have no idea what to do with a sick baby that's not your species. Also, her broken rib makes holding her baby kind of painful, and Boronia holds the Wiggler carefully with perfect ease. Just like you hope she'll cradle your friendship in its infancy. Once Boronia feels assured that the Jade Bloods have the situation at the Brooding Cavern under their control, you take the Regular back to the Jade Blood Nursery. You hover around uselessly while Boronia sets up some kind of crib filled with green slime. You're a little concerned when I'm trying to ignore the cum slurry conversation and the mom slurry thing. This is my first Rev stream. I'm sorry. Please come back later. This is not a good one. Please. Oh, I can middle. Oh, that's gonna be super useful. Cause like I try and like find a frame where like I don't see the text box. So that way I can take a screenshot for the thumbnail, but yeah. Thank you for that. You're a little concerned when she takes the Wriggler and submerges him under the slime because, like, he was already having some trouble breathing. Surely drowning him in slime won't help. The soaper should strengthen his bellow sacs and soothe his sorrow shoot. When he's healthy again, I'll take him back to the cavern and set him free to make his cocoon and palpate. He's so small, it's unlikely that he'll survive the trials or be selected by his Lusus. You hate to see Boronia looking so sad, and try to be sympathetic, mentioning your astute observation that this whole system set up with the Wrigglers and the trials and the culling seems pretty brutal. What? No, I would never suggest. Just the way the world works, and that's fine, it's fine. The trials are how young trolls prove that they're strong enough to survive. It's only right for the weak to be culled. It's the purpose of Jade Bloods to ensure the continuation of our species, and consequently the hemospectrum. I'm trying to figure out if there's any way that you could use this to your advantage. She's saying baby genocide is okay. Let's be real about this. Baby genocide is okay in order to keep a fascist hierarchical sort of standard that will absolutely make sure that more people get killed. So, there's that. That's what I understood. It doesn't seem like she likes it. I'm just saying. So thought, right? Okay. Babies bleed. It's a bad way to start a thought, but babies bleed, right? So you could see what color any individual troll's blood is, and then just kill the babies over a certain blood cast. The ones that act like dicks to everyone else, right? Their carapaces are the color. So you don't even have to, like, make babies bleed. Twitch moderators, if you're watching this, I just want you to know that, like, this makes sense in context. Same with the people on YouTube. I know this is going to be, like, absolutely demonetized. That's, I expect it at this point. You guys just fucking hate me. Their bug body is their blood type. So, like, this one's red, so he's going to be burgundy, right? So he's fine. Orange, I don't know where the fuck that is. Blue, that guy might be a dick. So can we just like drop a couple pillows on this thing and call it a day? I mean, like, blue is okay. Kill the bourgeoisie babies. Yes. Yes. Like, only one generation more has to deal with it. Bleed the babies dry. It's fucking metal. We are not revolutionaries. 2, we're meant to do our jobs and keep our heads down and keep things running smoothly. 3, I would never presume to question the basic tenets of Alternian society. That would bring negative attention from the High Bloods, and I just want to keep the Jade safe. They're dicks because of their culture, not the blood color. Just fucking kill everyone that's over a certain blood caste, and then just be like, alright, this is the new top, but we're not being dicks this time. Is this a porn game or a genocide game? It's something like right in the in-between. Mostly genocide. You look around the nursery, and all these injured and undeveloped wrigglers that Boronia was apparently supposed to let die. You think that it may be true that she doesn't question the way the world works, but she's looking to you like she's scared you'll call her out on her and expose her altruistic tendencies. You try to salvage this conversational thread. Did you say that calling wrigglers sounded brutal? You meant neutral. Yes, you feel completely neutral on this topic, neither committed to culling side of things, nor eager to take up arms in revolution. Take up arms in revolution. Cull the strong. Let the weak survive. Let the loser win. Ah, yes, the neutral is how I feel about it as well. What a good word to describe exactly how I feel about controversial political subjects. Same. Same. I feel neutral about things because otherwise I get angry emails. Very angry emails. Emails that call me a cuck. Did I mention that keeping this nursery isn't technically illegal? Because it isn't technically. There's no reason for any of Turiza's drones to come investigating our hive, and if any drones do come knocking, I have nothing to hide. No borderline revolutionary ideas will be tolerated within these walls. Boronia laughs nervously around the others in the room, like she's making sure that any Imperial drones hiding in here heard her announcement. I feel bad for how nervous she is. You didn't mean to freak her out. You told her she sounds super convincing, and why shouldn't she? Because she's clearly telling the truth. If you're an Imperial drone, you would definitely be satisfied right now with her clearly law-abiding and neutral ways. Wait, does Rev cuck Vinny or Rev? What? Can you cuck yourself? Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you, that means a lot. Not thank you, that means a lot to you, but that's what her line was, so I read that. Not the me cucking myself thing. You cast about for something to change the subject and mention that your ribs are feeling better. Bronia's face brightens. She lifts your arm up gently so she can touch the injured part of your torso, examining it with her typical responsive and authoritative way. You shiver and wonder if her touch has healing properties. I'm glad to hear that. After all, I don't like it when my friends suffer. Friend. Your heart leaps. You look up, scarcely allowing yourself to hope. Could it be? Was she just making a journal statement? A friend. Maybe not a mom friend, but a friend. Cuck slurry. Fuck you. If you're not in any more pain, hopefully that means that your injuries will heal soon. I'll take care of you then. Until then, my friend. You're overcome. Your eyes fill with tears. Boronia smiles at you and squeezes your hand. Victory. Self-care comes first. Hey. Okay. I don't think you can cuck yourself. Self-care is important, guys. Self-care is spending a shit ton of money on plastic figurines and having an addiction to plastic crack. And then talking about the plastic crack to anyone and everyone to the point that everyone hates you. Hey, remember when I met you and I was dressed up as Dave? I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I've learned that if you dress up as Dave, it apparently makes you a dick. What clan are your orcs? I haven't decided because they're all good, except for snake bites, which aren't. Death Skulls and Bad Moons look good. Self-care is having a troll OC. Okay, so I got time for one more. So you guys, tell me which one we're doing. You know, I want to see your amiibo collection. All right, so the ones that are up on the ballot, where the fuck did I put that piece of paper? There it is. Where are the options? Tagoria, Volkir, Gore Gore, Amnesia, Damon, Polypa. Let me look at the options. So that's Damon. He died. He choked out on a hot dog. That's Amnesia. I remember that. That's Volkir. That's Tagora. And I can't do the voice because I had to use vocal effects on this shit to get that voice going right. And I I don't know how to do that on the fly. We got Gore Gore. That's Zebra. Where's Gore Gore? Gore Gore comes and you must die. Swats F-16s from the sky. Tagore. Gore Gore is Tagore. Oh, Tagore is Gore Gore. So Tagore is on here twice then. It's a nickname. Learn to distort your voice at will. I'll just make myself sound like an 1820s voice person. Alright, so let's look at what the answers were. It looked like it was between Polypa and Tagore. Which one's Polypa? Do a clown voice. It's like that Hulk meme where he's like, how are you mad all the how do you do this whenever, because you're mad all of the time, and then he hulks the fuck out. It's like that, except for I'm already a clown because I'm a fucking joke. Polypa is the hitman wife, right? I think I did get the good ending for her, so why not Gore Gore? Didn't I get the good ending for Gore Gore? This one's Gore Gore, right? Cuck yourself. You? I got the bad ending for Gore Gore? Alright, so let's do Gore Gore then, and then we'll call it, because I need to be able to go pick up Tilda from work. Alright, so... Okay, there we go. Tell him about the heaps of money you definitely have. Thank you for the 500 bits there, college student. Plastic figures is self-care. I don't know what the fuck to buy with them. I mean, I was good today. I didn't buy any. I pre-ordered shit, but I didn't have to put money down for it. What do you think of this game, and do you take it serious? I'm taking the piss out of chat this entire fucking stream. Alright. So I think I opted to not take a bath last time. I said no entrapment, and then I decided to not take a bath. So I'm going to take a goddamn bath this time. You're more than a little concerned about the trap part of the instructions you had just received, but hey, at least the trap you know about is better than one that you don't. With everything else that you can see so freaky and pristine, he has to be hiding some evil somewhere. You wonder if it's a dungeon. A dungeon could be cool. The ferret bounces off its pedestal and jerks its head for you to follow it. You do because it seems like a regular thing to do, and Tagora is busy on his computer. The ferret is his lusus. It leads you to the bathroom, which is just as fancy and clean as everything else you've seen. Lust just chitters at you for a second, it squirms its big noodle body around, then leaves, shutting the door behind it. You wait until it's probably gone before you test the handle. It's unlocked, huh? I wonder what the point or, motive might be for leading you to this room until you turn to see yourself in the mirror. That is some haggard-looking stuff right there, so fair. You're flying by the seat of your pants, but you guess that you're maybe supposed to take a bath. And if not, and he gets pissed and unleashes his ferret on you, at least you'll meet your maker nice and clean. Everyone is using limes emotes. You half expect some indiscernible goo or blood or something to come out of the faucet in some weird lumpy tub, but thankfully it's just water. Once you're in, you take a look at the truly inordinate amounts of bath products you have at your fingertips. There are 3 shelves of little... You know what? Another story, because fuck it. That's how I do this fucking game. There's a choose your own adventure, and it's about like a... You're a kid, and you're walking around in the park, and you find a briefcase full of just a shit ton of money, right? And so... It's implied that it's some sort of mob money or something, right? But you can take it, right? So the winning move is to take it, right? In this choose your own adventure book. So you take it. And so you end up going to like a theme park, like a Disneyland sort of situation, right? And so you go to the fucking amusement park. Someone else is live? Who else is live right now? Wasn't that a movie? I don't know. I think it was. Anyway, there's a scene where you have the choice of either going out and doing stuff when you know that the mobsters are looking for you, or you can stay in. And me, being myself, even as a child, I was about staying in, relaxing, and not maxing at school. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay at home in the hotel room and just chill, right? And the dumbass in the book, right, takes that to mean put the fucking TV on the side of the bed or on the side of the tub, start the tub up, and then kick the fucking TV into the tub, plugged in, so that way you can play the video games while you're sitting in a bath, and you just fucking die. I just didn't want to see people. Being antisocial should not mean that I die in a fucking bath. That stuck with me forever. It pisses me right the fuck off. There are 3 shelves of little bottles and soap. Anyway, I'm thinking about that when this is happening. Like, I've chosen the option where I die in a bathtub because of the TV falling in. How? I don't know. He just had the idea to wheel the fucking TV into the room. I hate that. There are 3 shelves of little bottles and soaps and unidentifiable lathersome accessories by the tub alone. There's even more by the mirror. The labels are all in gibberish, of course, but you sniff a few until you find something flowery and go to town. He takes more time than you should in there, but you haven't experienced a moment of luxurious solitude in a bit. Full-time friendship searching can be difficult work. It's good to recharge. Self-care is kicking the TV into the tub so you die so you don't have to deal with mobsters. Once you're freshly scrubbed and dried, you slather yourself head to toe in some lotion you find in an iridescent vial. You hope he won't mind you using it. He wants you to be presentable, and this stuff is sparkly. You're starting to feel rejuvenated as hell. That's what that sound was me feeling rejuvenated. Ready to knock this friendship stuff right out of the park. You leave your dirty, torn-up old clothes on the floor and wrap yourself in one of the many satin bathrobes folded on the shelf and head back out to find Gore Gore. He's standing in the foyer waiting with the contract he's typed up for you. When he sees you, his eyebrow ticks up. I see you went with the rainbow drinker serum, a full body application. Bold choice. I mean, it's not an incredibly rare and expensive product, and I certainly do expect to be remunerated, but I won't lie, it works. Yeah, sure, that stuff. You don't know what to let on that you don't know what that stuff is, but he seems impressed. This guy's a lawyer guy, and this is how much money I owe him. I don't know what that translates out to in American dollars, but it's a lot, I think. Instead, you give his ego a little stroke and tell him that you hadn't had much of a sumptuous array of self-care accoutrements in so long that you couldn't help yourself. Not everyone takes skin care as seriously as they should. Just talking to him usually ends up being money. Rainbow drinkers are jades that turned into vampires. What? I'm taking a nap after this. I assumed that you were taking forever in there because you had gotten lost or didn't know how to use the absolution trap. I hadn't considered the possibility that you were just doing your regimen. Noted. Rebate for impeccable skincare. That's cool. You hold your arms out to admire the well-hydrated sheen you have going on. This time, you're not actually really even bullshitting it. Actually do look pretty good. Tangoro seems like he's struggling. He keeps his opening his mouth to say something, then changing his mind. He's clutching the documents in his hand like a flotation device. He looks down at them, then back at you. I typically only use that particular product to highlight my cheek blades. Fuck you, game. I was on a roll. I was reading words like a fucking person that's not an idiot, and then you pull some bullshit. But there's no real reason why you shouldn't apply it more liberally, especially if cost isn't an issue. It's a little drastic for my personal style, but there's a certain unorthodox glamour to it. The next bit looks like it hurt him a bit to get out. Do you? Would you like to step outside to see the full effect? You bet your ass you would. You're curious what he means by effect. And this seems like more fun than the signing stuff. He places the document on the ground and on his desk like they're made out of glass, not paper. He looks up at his Lustus, who just sort of tilts his head at the side. You look away and give them privacy to do whatever eyeball communication is going on. After a bit, Tangoro clears his throat and heads towards the door. You don't comment on the bluish flush to his cheeks. For all the shift in his demeanor, he still seems like he might kick you out on your own ass if you tried to get too feelingsy with him. You start to glow as soon as you step back out onto the dark front yard. Not in a light bulb-like way, but in a subtle ethereal luminescence. What is this stuff? Now that is a look. I mean, there's an unfortunate issue of your hornlessness and overall abhorrence. And the fact that you're still wearing my absolution lore. But it's cutting edge, I'll give you that. You almost look like a real one. You don't know what that means, but you want to roll around an eternity in praise of that part. Rainbow drinkers glow, not sparkle. Oh. He really, really loves troll vampires. Oh. Oh no. Gore Gore is horny for vampires. Oh. I thought he was just checking out my skincare routine. Wanted to see if he wanted to apply it to himself. But he's just a Twilight fan. Well, you don't know what that means, but you want to roll around in eternity of the praise. In the praise part, you ask if the look will help your case. Oh, right. Oh, your case, of course. He bites his lip and looks back through the window at the paper sitting on the desk where he left him. You hope he still wants to represent you, or at least that he wants to hang out with you even if he's not going to. You don't get the chance to prod, though, because right then someone rounds the corner on the sidewalk to the front of his hive. Tagora's face immediately shudders into an unusual simper mask. There's an edge of panic around his eyes, though. Huh. Wow, Gorjek, what do we have here? It's a blue-themed troll, which, if you remember right, means that he's a fancier guy than Tagora. He's grinning like a troll, like Troll Christmas came early. You can feel that Tagora is vibrating out of his skin next to you. Who even is this guy? When you get close enough to get a good look at you, he jumps and screeches. What the boiling is fuck? Tagora is frozen, the corner of his mouth pulled back to show his teeth. The new guy is ignoring him in favor of noticing that you're wearing Tagora's monogrammed leisure wear. If his look of fascinated horror is anything to go by, you don't really know what makes you do it, but you wait for Tagora to get himself together and do the talking. But you're riding on the high of him, almost seeming like he was enjoying your company. Plus, nothing boosts your confidence like looking like a beautiful, spooky angel. You toss your head, put on your best fancy guy voice, and say what never seen a real one before. You're placing all your chips on this guy knowing something you don't, but when his eyes get huge... Oh! It's this dude! Right, the guy who's like, he looks like Mike, but he acts like, what's his name? Fuck, I should know this. The guy from, My Hero Academia. The guy with the engine legs. It's Tilda's favorite guy. Like, my fiance's favorite character from that series, and they kind of remind me of the same guy. It's that guy. And I tricked him into thinking that I guess I was a vampire. But I wasn't here for that. Tinya, thank you. Ida. Thank you. I should know this. You're placing all your chips on this guy knowing something you don't, but when his eyes get huge and start stumbling back over himself to back way down the sidewalk, you know it's paid off. Tagora blinks, then jumps right in, picking off directly where you left off. Surely someone as well-informed as you knows a rainbow drinker when he sees one. Blue guy does not respond with anything more coherent than a string of yelps as he hightails it back to where he came. When he's gone, you turn to Tagora and ask him super casually what a rainbow drinker is. He stares at you in stunned silence. Are you telling me you didn't know? You nod. And that you ran with it anyway, exploiting the fear you picked up on to turn the tide of a delicate encounter in your favor? You shrug. You guess so. You tell Tagora you hope his friend wasn't too freaked out. Friend? No, I hate that guy. There are simply times when being liked by your betters is helpful. Though technically, fearing me is just as good. Better, maybe. So, you know. Thank you. Tagora's laugh is soft. It's not a sound that you expected to hear. He's happy because of something you did. You can't help it. You start laughing, too. It was a bit of a rush, wasn't it? Almost. Fun. I certainly didn't see it coming, anyway. I underestimated you. He gives you an appraising look, then takes a deep breath. You're so nervous all of a sudden. You feel unbalanced at the precipice of what you might be about to say. From one perpendicular to another, I will let you in on something. I haven't actually encountered an alien before. Oh, sweet relief. You don't tell him that the act was airtight. Stop saying cum slurry. And as long... I mean, yeah, I should get a discount. I saved his ass. Now his friend thinks things are good. And as long as don't call him a hunk. That's weird. Please ban chat. You're all banned. Rev, you know that telling chat to say stop saying cum slurry will only make them say it more. Yeah. It's yeah, that's a good point. Can I please? Alright. Yeah. Pull the trigger, Piglet. End this life. As long as everyone's doing the truth thing, you lied a bit too. You're actually not rich. Yes, that's clear now. You have an invaluable ability to fake it, though, and that's potentially much better. Why don't we put your case on hold for the time being? You wouldn't enjoy the outcome of our legal system anyway. Oh. We can find an alternate means of you working off your debt. I think we may make a better team than I previously anticipated. With our wits combined, we can tackle bigger and better things for the traffic injuries. He flexes his hand to one side, then one swift and decisive movement, he extends it out to you. On his face, something is close to an honest-to-God, real-ass smile. I've never actually formed a legitimate partnership of any sort before, but I believe this is how it's done. What do you say? 5% friendship discount. Yay! The glow in your heart shines brighter than any expensive and still kind of mysterious lotion. You take his hand in a firm, no-nonsense grasp of pure, unexonerable joy and shake it. Friendship. Glowing friendship. Hussy's a little bitch, says Chuckler Cheese in chat. And to me, that sounds right. I think I'll leave you guys with a thought. Something that you can all sort of like, learn from today's experiment in streaming this online in front of people. Andrew Hussey is a bitch for not explaining why clowns have titties. Now read Homestuck. No. Thank you for the 1,500 bits there. You're bad at this game. And thank you, Shara Duzre, for 25 months of support. I will eventually know how to pronounce your name. Maybe it's not about the clown titties, but maybe it's about the cum slurries that we've met along the way. Let me check and see if there's any art. If you're not aware, you can go to, if you press exclamation point Boru into chat, if you press that into chat with, like, letters, and then you press enter, that makes words. Why do you think he gave them titties? Because boobs. Because the man's a boob man. He's not a legs or an ass man, he's a titty man. When am I going to use that $17 on besides blowing hookers? To be honest with you, probably plastic crack in the form of Warhammer 40k. So anyway, I don't see any new art, and so I'm just going to go. I think we'll do this again, though. I can't promise to do this on Sunday, because Sundays, generally speaking, I have work. This week, I have work on Monday and Wednesday. So that means that I could do it on Friday, perhaps. We could do a stream on Friday and follow up with the ones that I missed. So, if this is popular enough to justify its existence. We got Gore Gore / Tagora. Leaves Volkir, Amnesia, Damon, and Polypa. Thank you for the 20 billion years of support there, Captain Hungry Spy. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for the day. Let me give Limes a host. Or who's live? If Limes is doing pretty good for herself, then I'll give it to someone else who's got, the need. Who's live right now? Let's see. Limes is live. Yeah, let's host Limes. She's a good friend. She's playing Red Dead, so if you don't want any spoilers, might be time to bounce. But if you want to see a good person who does good things for me and the rest of the team, because she's good people, go watch her. I'm going to run an ad, and then I'm going to host her. All right? I'm going to die. Enjoy. Bye. I also have an art. That's on screen right now. There's art. You could go to youtube.com/RevScarecrow arcade. That's where I do art. Bye.